Welcome to your Weld County School District 6 Board of Education meeting. It's Monday, May 11th, 2015. This meeting will now come to order. Will you join me in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Roll call, Ms. Brea.
Mr. DeWitt?
Present.
Mr. Haefele?
Present.
Mr. Hall?
Present.
Mr. Lydiak?
Present.
Dr. Richard?
Present.
Mr. Richardson?
Present.
Mrs. Solis?
Present.
7 members are present.
Well, thank you very much. Under Board of Education President announcements, I just want to make sure that students in the district understand that May 20th is the end of school. So you have plenty of time to finish strong and do successful work before that day. And we're sure we could let you stay longer if you'd like. The other thing tonight, we're going to be listening to some information about some award recipients, some recognitions for individuals, including the 16th Annual BOCES Outstanding Educator Award and a number of volunteers. And we will also recognize some district and community champions. So you've come in the right night, and those of you who are tuning in. The next item is hearing of persons desiring to speak before the Board of Education. Ms. Brea, has anyone expressed an interest in speaking to the board?
They have not.
Thank you. Next item is your work session report. Ms. Brea.
Board of Education President Roger DeWitt began the work session with open comments from board members and a review of upcoming calendar events. Chief Academic Officer Dr. Stacy Dattery and Director of Assessment Dr. Sofia Masavich presented a recommendation for a new district assessment system. The recommendation is for School City, and this item will be brought back before the board at a later date. Chief Academic Officer Dr. Stacy Dattery and Coordinator of Social Studies Bob Williams gave a report on state graduation guidelines, which will help establish local high school graduation requirements. Chief Financial Officer Megan Sponsler presented a budget update that the bond refinancing for the district is completed and the School Finance Act was approved. She discussed the implications of the act for District 6. Interim Superintendent Wayne Eads presented an update on negotiations between District 6 and the Greeley Education Association. Board members had time for questions and discussion, and that concluded the work session.
Thank you very much. The next item is the approval of the agenda. This is an action item, and I'll accept a motion at this time.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve the agenda as presented.
Second.
It's been moved and multiply seconded. Discussion or comment? Roll call, Ms. Brea.
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Hall?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. The next item is the approval of the consent agenda, and this also is a motion, as an action item requiring a motion. It is on page 5 of your agenda.
I move. Oh.
Go ahead, Ed.
I move that the Board of Education of Weld County School District 6 approve items as presented on the consent agenda and authorize the officers to sign any and all contracts.
Second.
It's been moved and seconded. Comments? The only thing I'd like to say is that we've seen some individuals among personnel decide to leave or retire, and we wish them the best. And we have also some new employees joining the district, and I certainly want to welcome them to work for School District 6. Other comments? Roll call, Ms. Brea.
Mr. DeWitt?
Aye.
Mr. Haefele?
Aye.
Mr. Hall?
Aye.
Mr. Lydiak?
Aye.
Dr. Richard?
Aye.
Mr. Richardson?
Aye.
Mrs. Solis?
Aye.
And the motion carries 7-0.
Thank you. The next item is a recognition of sorts. Dr. Stacy Dattery will give us some information about this very special award.
Thank you. It is my pleasure. This is a very special award, as it goes every year to an educator who supports students in additional ways beyond the typical day-to-day inner workings of a school. Mr. Anthony Asmus, our principal of Centennial Elementary, has been selected by Centennial BOCES as the 2015 Outstanding Educator, and he will be honored on May 15th, this Friday, at the 16th annual Outstanding Migrant Student and High School Graduation Celebration. As stated in their announcement, they said that this celebration will recognize and honor the success and achievement of students participating in the migrant education program. Outstanding educators from each district will also be recognized for their support and the dedication to the academic success of migrant students. And that educator representing our district is Mr. Anthony Asmus, and we couldn't be better represented than through him. Thank you, Anthony, as you show us what that dedication and support for students can really mean to a greater community. So thank you so much for that. Thank you. Yeah.
So really don't have anything prepared, but I just want to let you know that it is an honor to serve this district and just come to work every day and work with my peers, the board, teachers, students, parents. It's such a great place to work, and it's an honor to receive this award and represent you. So thank you very much. I appreciate it.
Being in an excited position of giving further recognition, I'd like to recognize the volunteer program, Director of Communication Teresa Myers, and Community Engagement Specialist Cassandra Noble are here to tell us a little bit about some volunteer work that's been going on in the district.
Yes, thank you, President DeWitt, Interim Superintendent Eads, and members of the Board of Education. This is a great time of the year that we honor so many people who volunteer in our district and literally give thousands of hours of work a year to our students and our teachers and our schools. I think you saw in your report that since you approved the institution of this volunteer management system, we've been able to track more than 4,600 volunteers who have completed more than 50,000 hours of community service in our schools, which is really amazing. Just today, we actually got the Pooter Learning Center online with that volunteer management system. Cassandra's been working with them. So we'll be able to track their hours now too, and have them go through the volunteer background checks and everything, so that'll be awesome. Just this year, we've had 15,816 hours of volunteer service performed by 691 volunteers. And in total, we've had 934 new volunteers registered. And that's going through the end of the year. We have field trips and field days and all kinds of activities going on, so those hours just continue to go up. But tonight, we wanted to recognize some very special volunteers who go above and beyond the duty with a number of hours that they provide the district. And through their service that we are able to document now through that system, they qualify for the President's Volunteer Service Awards. So tonight we'd like to honor some of them that were able to join us tonight. And I'm going to have Cassandra read the names. And Mr. DeWitt, I will help you give out. They get both a certificate from the President's Service Award, and they get a pin. So it's very nice.
For some reason, they have to get the correct one.
Yes, and I probably can't figure it out either, but I'm going to give it a shot. Okay.
Okay, so the first person we'd like to recognize is Rose Downs.
Oh, wait, let me make sure. This is Rose. Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I'm already messing up. Yes, stay up. If you wouldn't mind staying up, we'll get a picture of you at the end. Thank you.
Okay, Tiffany Abels. Rose volunteers at Shawsheen and Tiffany volunteers at Hyman. Next, Kathy Turner. Yolanda Cartziales. Both Kathy and Yolanda volunteer at Chapelo. Next is Sarah Gallegos. Sarah volunteers at Madison. Next, we have another volunteer from Shawsheen, Amber Mathis. Nicole Tiarina. Nicole volunteers at Montfort. Next, we have Yulisa. Linda Vandergrift. Linda and Yulisa also volunteer at Chapelo. And last of all, we have Jason and Senius. And Jason volunteers at Scott Elementary.
And just so you all know, just so far this year, Jason has volunteered 560 hours. I think we're okay if everybody just squishes it like you like each other. One more second, Jason, perfect.
Thank you.
So I just want to thank all these volunteers and to add that really honestly, most of our schools couldn't do what they do every day without the support of the community and with these amazing volunteers who do numerous activities, do numerous tasks within the schools, and it's an amazing program, and we're so glad we were able to honor them tonight. Thank you.
Thank you very much. It's obvious that if we paid, not to say that we would pay you, understand, but if we were to pay, it'd be hundreds of thousands of dollars of time that we would not be able to serve, and so we thank you for the generosity from your hearts. The next item, in a bit of turnabout, we have Mr. Wayne Eads expressing a little bit about a very special award to the school district.
Good evening, President DeWitt, members of the board. I would like to call Teresa Myers back to the podium. Come on up, Teresa. I'm sorry you have to run your own slideshow, but I'm going to read this because I want to get it right. You might think that she had to write this for me, and she does sometimes, but I wrote this one myself.
He did, honestly.
So providing accurate and timely information to a thriving community about the 13th largest school district in the state of Colorado is a huge and critical undertaking, and it is essential that this be done correctly. Our communications department, led by Communications Director Teresa Myers, takes that challenge head on and does a fabulous job. It's not easy to get the word out, but I can tell you that Teresa is on call 24/7. I should know, I call her whenever I need the right words. To express something we need to tell the community about. In fact, this weekend we were exchanging emails about flooding conditions, keeping a close eye on that in case we had to do a press release. So we in District 6 know what a great job Teresa and her department does, but it's especially nice when their peers recognize that too. The Colorado School Public Relations Association spring meeting was held in Denver last Friday. And I'm pleased to share with you that our communications department received several awards for their work in our community. The top award is the Medallion Award, and if you look at your screen, you can see a representation of some of the literature that went for that. The Medallion Award was awarded to our communications department for the school kickoff event this last year. As I said, this is the top award that COSPRA gives, And to get it, a department must demonstrate that the project included comprehensive, well-planned public relations program that addresses internal and external audiences with a mix of effective methods. The application must demonstrate effective research and analysis with clear objectives and goals, strategies and tactics. It must demonstrate good planning, including the proper sequencing of planned elements. It must demonstrate audience identification and communication methods. And finally, there must be an evaluation that includes results and research on outcomes that show the project did meet its objectives. So if you were there, you know what a big success the Back to School kickoff event was this last August. So on screen are some of the other cover sheets that represent some of the additional awards, because this is not the only one that our communications department received. So they also received the Excellence Awards for the Finance Publication Understanding the Budget. Also an Excellence Award for print advertisements in the Student Spotlight, if you remember seeing those up around town. The Excellence Award for the Annual Report to the Community. The Excellence Award for the Special Purpose Publication, Partnership for Blended Learning. And then Merit Awards for 3 special purpose videos and television programming. One is Working in the District 6, the Meeker Kindergarten Experience, and Teachers Who Make a Difference. On top of all this, I think Teresa deserves an additional round of applause for her work on the Back to School event coming up for this fall. It is scheduled for August the 8th, I believe. And she has been successfully beating the bushes to raise support for this fall's event, and at this time has gotten us over 2,000 backpacks. This is 3 times as many as we had last year. And she may not be through yet, I'm not sure.
Not quite. I got another more
okay.
today.
So President DeWitt, if you would do the honors to bring the Medallion Award up and present it to Teresa on behalf of the work that she and her department have done for the district. So.
I feel so under pressure. I don't like being on that side of the recipient. But thank you all very much. That was very sweet. And as most of you know, this is a team effort from an incredible team that I work with every day. And I have to give special kudos to the guy who deserted me in the middle of it all, Justin Watata, who left to go to become the director of the Stampede, who really was responsible for many of these awards. And I have to give a shout out to Megan and her crew too. Yeah. I found out that we are the only district that competes in that has a finance publication like we do. And almost to a T, every single one of them said, I'm stealing this idea. So Megan, and that's a lot of work for the finance department to put together, so we really appreciate that. But I do want to give a shout out to the rest of my crew. Of course, our newest addition, Casey Pearson, who's done a fantastic job jumping in. He's ready to roll with the report to the community again. George, who's back in the booth tonight doing the taping for this, George Oberleitner, and Brian Sathy, who shares those responsibilities with him. Our translator and interpreter, Veronica Armendariz, and of course Cassandra Noble, who's done a fantastic job with our volunteer program and with the Teacher's Closet and lots of other duties she has. And then of course I have to give a shout out to Pat Rangel, who's the face of the district, who is actually works in our communications department and just is amazing. She's the best PR person we have here, honestly. She handles things with grace and pleasure, and she's always kind to people on the phone and in person. So really, all this goes to them. They are an amazing team, and thank you. I'm very humbled by Wayne's work, so thank you.
Not that there's not a lot more going on tonight, but this might be a good point for those of you who want to move on with your evening, to go volunteer somewhere else. This might be a good time for you to take that opportunity. Otherwise, we'd be delighted to have you stay for the rest of the meeting. Good night. Thank you.